We'll start with Magician Mickey. See if we can get through this one. This is the Mickey short number 92. Back in 1935, after the release of Disney's first cartoon, The Band Concert, which we also review.
Yep.
Which side note, I'm really sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
Disney just, I saw on like a vlog, they have a new t-shirt, and it's a magician, not a Magician Mickey. It's a Mickey and the Band Concert shirt.
Ooh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, people probably have no idea what this is, but I know, because I watched the short.
And because we did a podcast, they should listen to our podcast.
See? We're educating.
Yeah.
That sounds like a really cool shirt. I'm
Educating.
going to go look for that.
Yeah.
Educating.
But the next short that they come up with is a short titled Mickey's Vaudeville Show, and it's 2 acts in one short. The first act being a magic act with Mickey and Donald, which is very similar to the one that we watch here.
Yep.
And then the second half is an opera recital with Donald and Clara Cluck. And during the performance, Pluto would begin to chase the magician's hat, and we see rabbits and animals all over the place. And it's very similar to the one that we watch here, but they decided to split that one too.
Right.
Mickey's Grand Opera is one that the second half would become, which I don't know if it's on our list, but it's down the line anyway. And then the other one being Magician Mickey, which we're going to do today.
Yep.
Anyone know where Magician Mickey is in Disney? I said this last
Do you guys
I'm repeating
remember?
a lot.
I don't remember.
I think I.
Oh,
said
I know where it is.
Where?
It was
It's
somewhere
over,
that I
Main Street,
had never
over
been.
there.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
At the meet and greet, right?
It's a meet and greet,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah. It's Town Square Theater, which is where Magician Mickey and I think Tinkerbell
Yeah.
is there. Where
Yeah.
you can meet them. And I don't know if there's also in Disneyland, there's a magic shop too. It's not a real magic shop, but the outside says magic shop too.
Okay.
So that as well.
Disney World has that too, don't they? Like the
Yeah.
magic shop signs.
I don't know because they have the art store, which is like in the same place as the magic shop in Disneyland. So
They
Yeah,
might
but
have one of the
it's on
windows.
top.
Oh, one of the
The
windows.
signs.
It is?
I think. Yeah, because I always say, "Where's the magic store?" when I'm walking down Main
I
Street.
know it's definitely in Disneyland
But-
because I remember seeing it.
there is one in Main Street because I remember I filmed it when I did one of my solo trips for the
If I'm not
vlogs.
mistaken, it's on the left. No,
It's
right
where the
side. I
Emporium
think.
is. It's for the
Right,
Emporium.
right. It's
a-
for the
So it's
Emporium.
like above.
Yeah,
Correct.
but it's not really a magic shop.
No.
It's
No,
okay.
right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Magician Mickey is released on February 6, 1937. It's rated TVG. Has a runtime of 7 minutes and 30 seconds.
Too long.
Really? Because that's shorter than a whole bunch of ones that we've seen
It's
already.
too long. I don't like
It's
it.
supposed to
I
be
thought it
4
was pretty
minutes. What
short.
happened?
4 minutes.
Yeah, like for
Jeez.
shorts, they're not that short. Like when I think of a short, I think like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know.
Not-
I think anything under 10 minutes is like
True.
short to me.
No.
I
No?
guess.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, when you have a short attention span like I do, anything over 5 minutes.
Just 10 seconds and we're done. We're out of here. Directed by David Hand. Animation by Johnny Cannon, Ed Love, Les Clark, Bill Roberts, Isadora Klein, and Riley Thompson. Voice work by Walt Disney, Clarence Nash, Pinto Colvig, Lee Miller, and Ralph Scott.
Oh yeah, I read this last time.
Yeah, you want to do it
Oh
again?
yeah.
No,
Wait,
it's okay.
who did Walt Disney voice in this one?
He's Mickey.
Mickey.
He's Mickey. Has he always been Mickey?
Well, he's Mickey up until a certain point.
Not
I
anymore.
mean, well,
Can't really
You
do him
know-
anymore.
Wait, I learned something yesterday.
Yeah,
You know Brian, the boom mic guy from The
Yes.
Office?
Yes.
He's Mickey's voice.
today.
What do you mean?
Like, he provides a voice for Mickey Mouse in the shorts today.
What do you mean?
Like
He's
his voice?
That
Mickey Mouse.
actor.
That's him.
What shorts?
Like the new
The
ones
new
that you
ones.
see.
They make new ones?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
you've
seen him on the
seen
bus?
them. The ones where Goofy looks
I
creepy.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
like the one from Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway?
Yeah,
Yeah.
those shorts.
Oh, like those things?
Yeah.
No.
That's
yeah.
Brian the
Really?
Boom Mic guy from The Office.
Yeah.
I feel like we have to watch that.
Well,
we don't have to do it right
But
this
the
second.
thing is, it's like if you go back and watch like anything he's been in, you don't hear Mickey's voice. So he's putting on a voice.
So
obviously.
he's not using his real voice.
No,
He's
that would
really
be
playing
really,
it up.
Yeah.
really
But
weird.
he must be talented because he doesn't even have a high pitched voice.
No, yeah.
And Mickey's pretty pitchy.
Yep.
I know. I looked that up like a couple times now, and I still like
He's a
don't believe.
pretty
Like I feel like I
bitchy.
need to see him actually doing the voice
Yeah,
to believe
it's
that
weird.
it's really
It's kind
him.
of random.
Where did
Yeah.
you see that or
I
learn that?
I remember on one of the trips that we were on in the because he's got a really recognizable name because he's like I think he's Greek,
Uh-huh.
so he's got like a really long last name. It's like Diamopoulos or something like that.
Yeah, it's
And
that.
it's something
Close.
like that. But when it popped up in the credits on one of the shorts on our trips, I was like, I know that name because I've seen it before. And then I looked up and I saw, oh, he's Brian the Boom Mic guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I learned that last night. We
Yeah.
were watching that episode.
Wow. The Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway pre-show, which I don't think any of you have ever seen it.
Not
I've
in
only
real
seen it
life.
through you.
Through me.
Yeah.
It that animation style is the new animation style. For
Yeah.
like, the new.
Which I don't really like it that much. It's
A
kind
lot of people
freaky.
don't. It's like very hit or miss.
That's what I'm saying. It's very loud
Yeah.
and like it makes me anxious anytime
Yeah.
I watch it because I
Oh.
feel like they're just gonna like shout through the screen at me.
It's cute, but
They
I think
are.
it's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Goofy looks like a hobo, and I like it.
I hope they do bring back that. I mean, I'm sure they will that pre-show because that's a really cool pre-show.
Oh, they do
but
have
like,
it back. It's back
Oh,
now.
it is.
It's back.
And better than
to
ever.
see it.
Yeah.
All of the pre-shows are back. And all the single rider lines are back. Not that it matters, but I'm just so excited.
Dan loves when we bang on the
Oh my
table during
God.
our
I'm sorry.
podcast.
It's okay,
No,
but
it's
yeah.
just
I
funny.
didn't know that. I won't bang
Bunch
on
of
the
close
table.
and
It's
bangs.
because we didn't tell you guys.
It's okay. So we open up at a music hall where orchestra is performing for a crowd as they wait for the show to begin.
Yep.
We first see Goofy. He is operating the lights up above. I quizzed you on this already.
Stage
Yup.
manager Goofy.
You already beat me to it. From Mickey's Philhar Magic, he's
yeah.
stage manager Goofy. The show begins, and Magician Mickey takes the stage. He starts out with pretty simple tricks. It's just like, he folds his hat up, and he does, card tricks,
Yeah.
and he turns his hat into like a bird, I think, or something like that. Oh, no, he
Oh,
takes his cape, and he ties it into a knot without using his
Yeah,
hands.
and I thought it was a bat, but it's not. It's a bird.
It's a bird.
Caw-caw.
Yeah, he turns his cape into a bird, and it flies away. And in one of the side balconies, we see Donald Duck. Well, Donald's starting to look more like what he looks like today, because up until now he's kind of looked like a duck who
Yeah.
speaks, but now he's getting that more cartoonish look in the
Yeah.
face that you recognize. It's still not completely there, but it's closer. Did you have some?
No, I don't know.
We're gonna say that Donald's a jerk.
Yes.
Donald is a jerk.
Also, I was gonna say, how did he get that really expensive balcony?
I
ticket?
know.
Well, he's part of the Fab Five. Maybe. Well, wouldn't that suck? Mickey comped him that balcony, and he just
Yeah.
heckled him the whole time.
Yeah.
What a shitty guess.
But never giving you tickets ever again.
No, yeah. But he's in the side balcony, and he's heckling, and he's laughing at Mickey. And Mickey takes this as a challenge, and he tries some more tricks to impress Donald.
I just don't get it though, because it's like that doesn't happen with magic tricks. Like with magician shows, like illusionists, you don't get heckled. Only comedians get heckled, and Mickey's not funny.
Comedians and maybe opera sing. I don't know. Anything like Showtime of the Apollo with
Are you saying people heckle?
Well, okay, maybe
Opera
not opera
singers?
Maybe not opera singers, but when people are singing, the old yeah, and they
and they're
bring the
like
cane out.
Figaro, boo!
You
No,
never-
that doesn't happen.
You never see in the old cartoons where the cane comes out
Right,
and
and
they
they
pull
pull
him
him
off
off
the
the
stage. Usually they're singing or something in that.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe he's actually part of the show.
Who?
Maybe.
Donald?
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I brought this up last time.
Wait, Hills was gonna
Oh.
say something.
Oh no, I was gonna say maybe it was different back then. I mean, maybe society has made us a bunch of softies, and we're not allowed to boo anybody, regardless of what their act is.
Maybe.
They did used to throw tomatoes at people.
Yeah.
We don't see
Oh,
that
yeah.
anymore.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't see that anymore.
He used to have a
Well-
red light in the back of the audience too for the person on the stage to get off the stage because
Yeah.
they're doing bad.
Really?
Killing the
Really?
crowd.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a waste of tomatoes to throw tomatoes.
Exactly. See.
So what
That's
should we
why-
throw?
That's why we don't do
Blueberries?
it anymore.
Rocks.
No, we should
No,
throw.
you don't.
Rocks. Stone him to death.
Well, they're still fine after you throw them.
Rocks.
I get your point
Peanuts?
across. I mean, yeah. I brought this up last time, but I'll bring it up again. Bigger dick to a magician or two office watchers here. Jim or Donald?
I don't know.
Anyone else can chime in too if you've seen this
Jim
episode.
was mean. Jim was
Jim
mean.
was mean.
But didn't he-
Jim,
No.
Jim had a purpose,
You don't
though.
watch The Office, Mike.
Yeah.
I've
Just be on
seen
my
this. I've
side.
seen this episode though, and didn't he feel bad at the end?
Yeah,
now?
he
Like-
did. Well, he felt that's why he was
So-
being a dick.
He had a motive
Yes.
for Nelly.
Right,
So he was doing
exactly.
it in good conscience. He just
Right.
was a dick to a
Why
magician.
is Jim treating the magician
This is so
poorly?
All right, so it's Donald then.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so Mickey does some more sleight of hand tricks, including he pulls out inflated balloons out of his hand. And,
Okay, we couldn't decide if these were bubbles or balloons.
well, I think they're balloons because
to me they were bubbles.
I hope they were
red bubbles.
Yeah.
They pop.
They
Have you
did
ever
pop.
played Mario with the green big bubble things
Oh.
in the haunted house?
Oh, I thought you meant Mario Kart with the balloons on your back.
Oh no, not that.
No. Okay.
You
Well,
got two
that's
balloons
what I
on your
thought.
back.
balloons are bubbles. You
Yeah.
call them whatever you want. Donald
Blubbles.
Blubbles, exactly.
Blubbles.
Bubbles.
Well, balloons are bubbles. Donald did not find this impressive because he starts popping the balloons with a slingshot. He brought rocks.
Oh, he did
He
bring
brought
rocks
rocks,
and a
so-
slingshot. How would he get
Yeah.
into there? With
And,
they don't pat him
Yeah.
down.
and
Yeah.
where was he keeping all that stuff?
Dirty.
Yeah. He doesn't
Yeah,
have
tail
hands.
feathers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, was
Yeah.
he like he just came in with all this stuff and it was just like, hey guys, and nobody's
Concealed carry.
Yeah, Yeah, he brought him with his
I
slingshot.
don't know.
And he pops the balloon over Mickey's head, and water falls down on Mickey. And he pops the balloon over his head,
Yeah.
and the balloon turns into
A lobster.
lobster.
Yeah.
So the lobster falls into Donald's booth, and it just starts clamping him on the face.
I just don't get it. Why a lobster?
No?
Rock lobster.
Very good. Very
Why
nice.
There you go.
Donald's wrestling with the lobster, and he finally gets it off his beak, and he throws it back at Mickey. And Mickey catches it on its way back, and he makes it like levitate, and he turns it back into a balloon, and he pops it.
Yep.
So the lobster's just gone now.
Sound effects. Do it again.
It's good pop noise. So back in the theater, a stage light starts to flicker in this, shitty theater from up above.
Yeah.
So Goofy's testing out the light bulb to make sure that it's okay. He shakes it, rattles it, and makes sure that it's still good.
And the filament is making noise.
It's rattling.
Is that good?
No.
No, that
it's
means
bad.
I didn't
that
think
it's,
so.
that
I mean,
means
it's broken.
bad.
Yeah. Okay. Well, his way of fixing this light bulb is he's going to hold the light bulb in his right hand. He's going to take his finger and stick it into the socket.
Yeah.
And that lights it.
Apparently.
Well, I
I don't
mean,
think
He's a
It's
good
like-
conductor.
kind of, because you're grounded. So I mean, technically yes, but
This
I
doesn't
think
seem like
that
the
would
right way to go
hurt.
about
He's
this.
a good conductor, like on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Everybody hit the table. Very good.
Now we're allowed to.
Only on terrible
Only on
jokes.
command.
I'm so
Um,
punny.
Do you think he stands there for the rest of the show?
It never went out again.
That's what I'm saying.
I
So, like,
don't
is he
know.
just there the whole time?
Maybe.
So, back on stage, Mickey's still doing tricks. Donald continues to be a dick. He has this hand crank fan to blow away the cards that Mickey's trying to do a card trick with. And when he does, all the cards are, like, fluttering in the air. So, Mickey uses this to his advantage, and he turns all the cards that are flying in the air, he turns them into birds.
Okay.
And they go around the theater, and he crams, like, I want to say 15 birds into, like, a
Tiny
single
cage.
bird cage. I
It
don't
seems so
Yeah.
That's
so
mean.
unrealistic.
Yeah, I mean-
Well, Mickey doesn't care about animals. We know this already.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I was gonna say.
Abusive.
And then he turns a cage full of birds back into cards. So I don't know what the purpose of that was. And he throws a deck of cards. Well, he doesn't throw them at Donald, but like he like magically makes the cards go from the cage to Donald's mouth. And when Donald gets angry and he does his typical
Yeah.
Donald noise, cards start flying out
And
of
it
his
always
mouth.
ends on an ace.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a very good job.
Yeah.
But that becomes like the running joke of this short, cards frequently spewing out of Donald's mouth. Donald's even more mad now, and he takes a bottle and he hurls it at Mickey on stage, which that definitely has to get you thrown out.
That's
right?
so mean.
Can't do that. But Mickey sees it coming. He catches it. He turns the bottle around in midair, fills it up with water, and he squirts it at Donald in his balcony, and it fills like the whole balcony.
Yeah.
The balcony turns into like a pool.
Yep.
And Donald
you
even
would think-
comes out
Would you
in
think
his swim gear.
he would like it because
Right.
he's a duck?
He's a duck. You think he would be swimming?
Yeah.
Why does a duck need swim gear?
I don't know. Maybe he's not a strong swimmer.
Maybe. I mean, Ray doesn't have pants, so like, He could just float on the surface. no.
And he's a sailor. So he has a
Yeah.
lot of experience
Yeah.
on the water.
Yeah.
So what's the deal?
There's no logic in these shorts.
He's not here to do his day job. He's just here to enjoy. Well, maybe enjoy a show. I don't really know. What
Maybe
I don't
Enjoy
know.
or hate.
I don't know what he came to the show for.
For him, it's enjoyable, but
Yeah. Donald has a track record of trying to upstage Mickey in these shows, like the band
Facts.
concert.
because Mickey is just like beloved by all, and Donald's tired of it, and I don't blame him.
I don't blame him either. Mickey starts off as a dick.
Yeah, he really does.
I'm thinking Donald was his assistant.
You think he was Mickey?
Oh, you
maybe.
think so?
That's a fun one. That's a good idea.
Maybe Donald was his assistant, like
Because
originally,
Mickey felt bad about the whole band thing.
and now he's like a
And he's like,
disgruntled
yo, you're
employee
part of the show. Let's act mad. We got
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Donald's had enough now. He charges the stage. There's no security at this play because he just gets on stage. They allow it.
Yeah.
He steals Mickey's wand from him, and at first it doesn't work. But then he's able to poof like a giant ice cream cone.
It was strawberry.
Yeah,
this.
but
Yummy.
Strawberry.
Yeah, it was.
it was strawberry. That's
Yeah.
true.
Why would you want that flavor?
I like
Yeah,
strawberry.
strawberry's
I do
good.
like strawberry.
I know
yeah.
why. You
It's
never
good.
get it.
Strawberry ice
Well,
cream.
I'll
he
eat
won't
it.
choose it, but if it's there, he'll eat it.
Right.
Thank you. Exactly.
I was listening last time.
Clearly.
Thank you. The cone betrays Donald though,
Yeah.
because it squirts all the ice cream back in his face, and more cards come out of Donald's mouth. He's
It's
just
just
got
a
like
Never
five
ending cards.
5 deck
Just
of
a
cards in his
mess.
mouth. They just go flying out.
I'm a mess, Toya.
I'm a mess, Toya.
He charges at Mickey again, but Mickey sees him coming, and he shrinks Donald like as he's running at him into the size of his palm.
Yeah.
So he's got like a little tiny Donald in his palm.
Oh, he's so cute.
A little mini Donald.
Anything that tiny is cute. I mean, not anything, but most things. Like 95% of things.
Do you think Michael would be cute that tiny?
Yes. I saw a really
You
cute
put him
baby
in your little
picture of
pocket?
Michael. I would carry him
What,
everywhere
yesterday's
with me.
picture?
If Michael was teeny tiny, he would come all over the world with me.
We just get a little Michael going.
Oh my god.
Who's this?
Michael,
That's you?
And
on
my
the
sister.
right.
Wow.
Look at that stupid face. I want to fucking squeeze it off. Let me
Just
see
Look at
again.
that stupid fucking
Look at that
face.
little face.
It's
Hey.
a photo of Michael as a baby.
So are you kidding me? Every time I see Michael as a baby, because
He
it's
does
not,
have
it's not
squeezable
often.
cheeks.
Yeah,
Mm,
like
yeah.
I haven't seen a ton of baby pics. Sorry, detour of Michael as a small child, as a wee lad. But when I do, I can't stand the cuteness. Like it's just too much to handle.
Why haven't you seen that many of him?
I don't know if many exist.
Really?
To be honest,
Is it because you were the second child and no one cared about you?
Wow.
Probably.
No, but like you know,
Technically the
went
middle
right in
child.
there.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
It happens.
I have
My
my
sister,
theories.
there's no pictures of my
I
sister
don't.
either.
I don't like pictures anyway, so it's okay.
You didn't know that.
As
about
As a
you.
child, you didn't know.
Well, the middle child is in your wall. So
Yes.
that's why there's no pictures.
When I was growing up, okay, this
No,
is
go ahead.
story time. I had a friend in high school, and we used to play jokes on my sister all the time, like an asshole. And we used to say that because me and Laura are 10 years apart, so we used to say that there was another sibling in between, and that my parents hated her, and her name was, I think it was Shaniqua.
Of all the names,
I know.
Victoria,
And-
Shaniqua, and Laura.
Yep, and we put her in the wall because my parents thought she was so ugly.
You Harry Potter that bitch.
And like there's like a specific wall she was in, like in the house, like in the den, and my sister like believed it like a dummy
For like a long time.
Yeah.
Well,
and
how
like-
old was she?
She was little. She was like 3.
Okay. Like a dummy.
Oh, this idiot. But,
Dummy 3-year-old.
yeah, right. No, yeah, and she used to get so upset. She'd be like, "Mom, is that true?" And my mom would be like, "Yeah."
I used to
my
play
God.
Dead with
Shaniqua's in the
Jillian.
wall.
We would do that to my sister too, to Madeline. We would tell her there was
With
a
the baby, yeah.
that there was a ghost that lived in her closet or something, and her name was. I'm sorry. Do you
That's
remember? I feel like you
No.
were part of it.
I might have
Her
been,
name
but
was Sarah.
oh yeah, I remember that.
Was it like a ghost sibling or just a ghost?
No, it was just a ghost named Sarah
Yeah.
that died in the house or something like that.
Yeah. So did your brother torture you?
No. I only 2 siblings, no mysterious wall children in our house.
No mysterious.
It's
Must be
wall.
boys. Boys
Yeah.
must be mellower
Yeah.
or
No,
nice
just,
at least.
you know.
Yeah.
To play dead.
They probably
Well,
like beat each other
Tackle
up.
me or something, I don't know. Yeah.
He would just beat you up.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But wait, what did you do to your brother? This is Disney related, by the way. His
You're going to have to give me a
his
little...
autograph book.
Oh, I don't even know if I told him this. He might listen and find this out now. When I was really, really young, this was during the summer, it was just me and my grandma home. And I forget exactly what we were doing. I think we were playing like tic-tac-toe and stuff like that. And I used his autograph book.
Like his like Disney
To play
autograph.
TikTok.
With like
And-
all the autographs in it.
And I didn't realize it until we were like at least 10 games in, and I felt so bad about
No,
it.
you
So-
didn't. Your grandma got mad at you.
Oh, no, she realized it
Yeah.
after a while what it was. Yeah.
Yep.
So I used the remainder of his autograph book to play like tic-tac-toe and trivia and that kind of stuff.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops. Sorry, Bill.
Sorry, Bill, if you're
Were
listening.
autographs already in there?
Oh, yeah.
No. Oh, yeah.
This is where it gets like kind of weird in the short. So Mickey takes Donald and he's like palm size, and he forms him into the shape of a bullet.
Oh.
And he you don't remember?
No.
Okay. Well, he loads him into a gun, and he like shoots the Donald bullet at like his little magician stand on stage, and there's a candle and an egg. It's an-
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So he
Oh, yes.
he shoots Donald at the egg. It doesn't break the egg, but Donald somehow ends up inside the egg
It's
because it's magic.
no.
What? Oh, he impregnated the egg?
Yeah.
Fertilization.
Very good.
Your face, you're looking at me like, no.
Come on. Well, Donald's inside the egg, and Mickey decides to birth Donald into his hat. Cracks the egg open, all the yolk spills out into his hat. He pours the yolk out of his hat onto the stage, and a life-size Donald now reappears.
That's how babies
And
are
that's
made,
how
kids.
babies are made.
And that's how babies are made.
Donald's mad that he's just brought back into this world again. He's birthed for the second time. So he takes Mickey's wand, and he tries to fight Mickey with it. He breaks the wand in half, and the broken wand then turns into a plant with boxing gloves.
Oh.
And you don't remember any of this short,
No.
did you? You're like, oh, how about that? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, the ending is seeming.
Yeah.
Fuzzy.
Yeah.
I swear this
What is
happened.
it like? What is it like a Bellsprout from Pokemon?
Yeah,
Like,
kind
like-
of. And they're doing the put your dukes up kind of thing at each other. But he punches Donald. Donald goes flying off stage. And he crashes into like an emergency fire kit, and an axe comes out. It almost decapitates Donald right
Shit.
then and there.
Yeah, had some duck for dinner.
You were like, man, that's
God.
wild. But it misses, and everything from up above backstage comes crashing down on Donald. Lights, fixtures, everything.
But not
that
Goofy.
I remember.
No, not Goofy. This is to the side. Goofy's above the stage, I guess. So Donald again tries. He runs on stage. Mickey keeps turning him into different animals when he jumps through a hoop.
Yeah.
He turns into like a manatee, no, a walrus, a monkey, this and that. He turns into a bunch of different animals. And then finally, the last time Mickey puts the ring on the ground, and it turns into a pool, and Donald falls into the water again.
Yeah.
He's mad that he's in water, even though he's a duck. Mickey's bowing to the crowd. They're all applauding. They love it, everything. They love Donald getting tortured. Donald's had enough. He goes postal. He grabs the gun from Mickey, and he's going to shoot Mickey. He threatens him.
Yeah, I don't get it. This is very violent.
Yeah,
But this
I
isn't
said
a-
my notes. What was this rated again?
G.
Gee. But this isn't a real gun, though. It's a firework gun, I guess. Because he doesn't shoot Mickey with the gun. He shoots the ground that Mickey's standing on, and like all these colors come out, and it like spirals him
Oh.
up into the ceiling, and he crashes into Goofy.
Mm-hmm.
And then Donald shoots a firework. It's an actual firework. He shoots up into the rafters, and it crashes into Goofy and Mickey up there.
Okay.
And they all come plummeting to the ground. They land on top of Donald. And
I mean, that
the
can still kill you.
yeah.
It can.
And then everything just crashes on Donald. And one more time, all cards come out of his mouth as the camera fades to
just
black. And the last card
It's an ace.
is a
Oh.
Joker.
It's a Joker.
Well, fuck you too.
Wrong. It's a Joker, and then we fade to black. So that was Magician Mickey.
I didn't like that one very much.
Really?
Me either.
I liked it.
I
It
liked
was
it.
good.
Might
Michael,
as
wake up!
What?
Hey.
I'm
Hey.
part of it.
Hey,
Hey, Benadryl boy.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, hey.
Benadryl boy.
No more
It
Benadryls
was
for
I
you.
was
Okay.
listening to Dan.
Thank you.
No more Benadryls for you.
Why didn't you like it?
Why didn't I like it?
Yeah.
Because clearly I don't remember it that well, so it was stupid.
I just feel like,
Okay, cool.
what was the point? I feel like that way with
None of them have a
lot of
point,
the
though.
shorts. Yeah, but this one had like no, like there was no, like
Don't heckle
climax
them.
to it. Like there was nothing. Like there's no like.
There was no story.
Yeah.
Listen, there was fertilization, so it had to be climax. Okay.
You know what?
I think there's more of a story than some of these. Like, I think there's more of a story than the next one. The Hawaiian Holiday.
Yeah, like there's
I
no.
like the Hawaiian Holiday.
I liked it too, but it's just them hanging out on a beach.
It was so
Right.
cute.
All right,
Alright.
It
well,
was misleading that it said holiday.
Well, they were on
Holiday is
vacation.
vacation.
I
Yeah.
know, but that's not what we call it here.
well,
I know.
outside the U.S.
Although
they
I
call it
wish we
holiday.
did, because I feel like that would make it so much more fun to go. I'm going on holiday.
Yeah, I love saying
So
I'm going
start
on
saying it.
holiday.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Start
why I
saying
gotta
it.
move to London.
You know,
Yep.
we do have a lot of listeners. Well, a lot. We do have people listening outside the U.S., so they look at it as holiday.
Really?
They're like, what do you mean? What do you call it in the U.S.? We call it vacation.
Vacay mode.
Yeah, vacation just sounds kind of depressing if you think about it. Like
No,
it's
it
like your
doesn't.
little vacation. Like it's not a holiday. Like holiday sounds so big and grand and like presents and stuff. And then
Mhm.
vacation just sounds like
I'm going on holiday.
But then, what do they call their
Vacations
holidays?
on-
Like, what do they call
Holiday.
it?
Holiday. Because they're on
'Cause you're-
holiday.
yeah.
Yeah, but like,
They
do
get
like-
more holidays than we do.
I know, but like when it's Christmas, do they say like Happy Holidays? Like,
no, they probably
Happy
say Merry
Christmas. No, they say happy. Well, some of them say Merry, but in Harry Potter, they say Happy Christmas. So, Hawaiian Holiday.
Hawaiian Holiday is Mickey Mouse short number 96. The short's made in 1937,
Okay.
but Hawaii doesn't become a state until 1959.
Oh.
So this is 22 years before Hawaii is even a state. It's just a territory of the United States right now.
Right.
And you got the Fab Five.
And they still had a queen then. Okay, anyway, sorry.
Yeah. You got the Fab Five vacation in Hawaii. This is the second and only time that all of the Fab Five appear in one short together.
Oh.
The other time we saw it already, it was on ice.
Right.
Right.
After
right.
this, they're all in their own separate shorts, maybe 2 or 3, but all 5 of them in one short. This is the second only time.
Why do you think that is? That they didn't do more with like all of them?
I don't know.
I don't know, it might just be too much for one short. Like, cause even like in this short, like Minnie really does nothing.
Yeah,
in
there's
this
like a
short.
lot going on.
Even Mickey. does Mickey even have a line in the short? I don't even know
don't
if he says
remember.
anything.
I don't think anybody said anything.
All 5 of them are in this, but this is primarily like a goofy
feel like I remember
And
Pluto.
Pluto's short
Yeah.
more than anything.
Yeah.
Oh, this is one of the shorts that you see on the Magical Express
Yep.
when you're going to
Oh,
Disney.
right. That's how
So,
we said.
If that
that
looks
we've all
familiar,
seen.
that's why you've probably seen it on there. It's
Yeah.
part of the series Have a Laugh. They don't do the full versions on there though. It's like 5-minute cut down versions or whatever.
Michael needs coffee.
I don't. I have 2 larges in me. I'm good.
Two larges in you?
Let's get rid of that.
I kind of like it.
Pineapple.
2 larges. Gilly has 2 larges in him, not pineapple.
Kelly's got 2 pineapples in
Fine.
2 large pineapples in them.
2 big black olives.
I don't know why he said it that way.
Olives. What the frick?
You were.
You weren't
You
there.
weren't
This
there.
was a Topolino. Or Topolinos or however.
Go ahead.
Topies.
No, I can't. She has to tell
They
it.
call it topos.
Topies.
Topies.
Yeah, but we asked him.
Toppies.
We were just like.
Oh, yeah, they call it-
really like.
They were embarrassing me, is what they were doing.
No, you were just. It's not. We were just being ourselves. We were like
Sure.
asking her, go. Just wondering. We call this place Topies. Do you guys have a nickname for it? And he's like, that's interesting because we call it Topos.
Yeah, he did say that. And he was like, wow. I think he said something that, like, it's nice that we like it so much so we have a nickname for it.
And then he brought over some bread and he's like, and these 2 nice round
Juicy
black
olives. And we were like,
brown
what the frick?
black olives. You know,
Right. Yeah, we were just like,
I would
what
have
the
been like,
fuck?
hi.
And then he went,
I mean, I forget exactly what he said, but the way he said it was very sexual.
It was like olive oil made out of like these juicy black olives, right?
Yeah.
Is that what it
Yes.
was? And we were just like, okay, we didn't need all that information. But it was just, we couldn't control ourselves after that.
Yeah, you guys really
I
couldn't. You
was-
guys couldn't control yourselves from before that. Are you kidding?
I was-
Alex,
I
don't
don't
sit
know.
on the ledge.
I don't know when
I
it
mean-
started.
just 2 more notes. The term goofy-footed. Goofy-footed. I don't know if anyone's ever heard that before. It's a skateboarding, snowboarding term
Oh,
primarily.
it's
It
like-
comes from the short.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it really does. It's basically when you're doing one of those surfing,
It's
snowboarding.
the opposite way of your normal.
Yeah,
stance,
your
I think.
right foot is the one that's
In
forward,
front.
and your left foot's back, and
Yep.
it's called goofy.
Yep.
You're riding goofy now, and it comes from the short because goofy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like this.
So, like, yeah.
Yeah, like
have
your
to ask
right
my-
foot's in front and facing where you're going.
Snowboarding sisters.
Yeah.
Cool.
And finally, the watercolor artwork and backgrounds of Hawaii that
It's
you see.
very
This.
pretty.
Do you know what it influences later on down the road for Disney?
Polynesian?
Lonnie.
Film.
Oh.
Phil?
Film.
Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch. It comes from this film, although because they
Wanna
use.
go to there.
Well, no, because in Lilo and Stitch they use like watercolor for
Yeah,
their
the-
like
the-
artwork and everything.
You guys have seen that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well,
No, you will soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not in a long time. But I've seen it.
That's a good one.
I
love
do like
Lilo
that
and
one.
Stitch.
I think it's cute that it's like sister.
Released on September 24th, 1937, rated TVG with a runtime of 8 minutes and 46 seconds.
Teen.
Rated T for teen. Directed by Ben Sharpstein, animated by Seamus Colhan, Nick Del Tali, Frenchie de Tremadan, Al Auguster, Ugister, Nick Gior, and Wolfgang Reither. That's horrible. I don't know why I
what
did
are you
this.
looking
This was the name I trouble on. Ugister?
Eugster.
Eugster?
Oogster.
Spell it.
It's Eugster. Oogster.
I'm gonna stop doing these names because I have terrible time with names
Boogie
sometimes.
boogie.
Voice work by Walt Disney, Marcy Garner, Pinto Colvig, and Clarence Nash. They're the fan.
Those are the only ones you know how to say.
Because I've said them like 50 times by now. Open up, lovely Hawaiian music is playing, and we're on a beach. Well, everyone's here. Pluto's sniffing up a tree.
Here we
Donald-
are.
Yeah, everybody's here.
Did you say he's sniffing up a tree?
He's sniffing up a tree, like he's smelling a tree.
I
Yeah.
know, it's just funny.
Donald's
Wait,
playing-
we're 5. Who would we all be?
Yeah, let's say. Oh, you know, I was literally thinking like we should come up with a shirt.
I would be-
Fab Five for Disney,
Yeah.
and it'd be us on it.
Who would
instead
we all
of-
be?
Go ahead.
What do you
it
mean
right
by
now.
that?
Somebody be Mickey.
Because
Well,
the Fab Five,
I was gonna say Daisy's not.
Well,
there.
wouldn't Toya and
I'm
Dan be Mickey and Minnie?
Yeah.
probably.
So you're Mickey on Minnie?
I mean, he has to be goofy.
I'm probably Goofy.
He has to be
So
goofy.
And then-
Pluto and...
Yo,
I'm
yo-
gonna be your sidekick, so I'm Pluto.
I guess that leaves you to
I'd
be
be
Donald.
Donald. That's
See,
great.
like
I'm a
I
bitch.
see, like if
But I don't feel that that
If-
is fitting.
no, because
No.
like if
Yeah.
Daisy was part of this, I would be her. Like I would be her, but you wouldn't be Donald.
But I feel
I feel
like,
like Alex would be Donald.
yeah, me too. I feel like I would be Donald, and I feel
And I
like
think-
Hillary would be Minnie.
Yeah, she would.
I don't know who Michael would be.
I think I'm still Goofy.
I think you are
So
so
there's
good.
Mickey and Pluto for you and I.
No, she's
I'm
Daisy.
Daisy.
Oh.
If Daisy was
Daisy,
in the
Donald,
picture.
Minnie.
Well, we can't. It doesn't have to be like Mickey. Minnie,
I don't know
couple
who I
things.
Well, anyway, they're all.
You could be Mickey.
Oh, thank you.
You're the leader of the club.
Thanks. We're on a beach. Anyone get the name of the beach?
No.
Do you remember the beach?
I remember the
Typhoon
beach.
Lagoon.
It's
Typhoon.
not Typhoon Lagoon. No, it's
Blizzard Beach.
no, it's Waikiki.
Okino.
Oh.
Waikiki.
Waikiki, and the only reason I
Oh
know
yeah, and you were like, "How do I say that?" And I said Waikiki.
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 And the only reason I know that is because subtitles, and Goofy says it later because Donald says
Oh
something.
yeah, he
but,
says.
yeah.
That's pretty spot on.
Thanks. I'm usually really bad at voice acting.
Waikiki is a real beach. It's in Honolulu, and it does have some Disney ties to it.
Okay.
It is, if you're a DVC member, it's a destination that you can go to.
Oh,
They have a resort right on there that Disney has some type of affiliation with. I don't know, but you can book through them, use your points.
Why are you looking at that?
I didn't know that.
What do you mean?
It's
Yes,
not
you
Alani.
did.
No,
It's
Alani.
Alohi.
No,
Alohi,
but you know how-
Alohi Lani. Alohi Lani.
Oh, okay.
You know
Alohi
how
Lani
they
Resort.
have those different
on
places that you
Waikiki
can stay
Beach.
that are
Yeah,
so,
it's
like
different.
Dan said, like
I thought-
affiliated with Disney, but you can use your points there, and they're like everywhere.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yes, you did.
Not
Now
about
you
that.
do.
Not
World
about
is-
that one.
This
I
is
only
not
thought
about
it
that
was.
specifically.
This is why you need to buy more points. You might as well just spend it
No.
be at the Riviera.
And you
Did
can stay
you
on
know-
Waikiki Beach.
Did you know?
Didn't know about that.
I didn't
That's why
know
I was
this.
shocked.
Are you familiar with Adventures by Disney?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, so it's like you can go anywhere in the world. There's like a bunch of tours and whatever. Like you can go like to other countries and stuff. You can use up to 5 years of your points to do that, which I didn't know.
Oh wow.
Which makes it
Because
way
you
better.
can't do that for like even when they get rid of this 50% thing. You
Yeah.
can only use like basically 3 years.
Yeah.
There's
like
still
a
a restriction.
prior year, current year,
There's-
next year.
Yeah, there's still a restriction for DVC for like the Disney properties, but not for the Adventures by Disney. But I just thought you might want to know that if you ever had a desire to go to like Scotland, England,
Yeah,
Ireland,
that's so
Norway,
interesting.
out west, anywhere like
then
that.
you'll lose like 5 years of.
Yeah, but it's like a way more educational, cool vacation. And it's like you're with a group of people and like 2 Disney guides and you're with them like the whole time. Yeah. It's really cool. Just so you know.
That's
I
cool.
wonder if they have one in Italy.
They do. They do. They have it almost everywhere.
But
That's about why.
remember when I was telling you about things that people in other countries thought was interesting about America?
Yeah.
They said that you could literally see a bunch of different landscapes without a passport.
Yeah.
And it's so true. When
That
you
is
think about it,
true.
you go to the mountains, you can go to the tropics, you can go like
Desert.
to deserts,
Yeah.
you can
The
go
canyons.
Yeah, like all these places.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that actually is really true.
Canyons.
Mountains,
Grand
to
Canyons.
prairies,
Where's
to the
that?
ocean.
From
It's
the
falling.
mountains.
You don't know where the Grand Canyon is?
I thought I was under the impression it was in Canada.
The Grand Canyon? No, it's out
This
west.
is why you
Hold
need
on.
to travel with her. Why would
Where? Like, not Canada?
West.
It's like
Not north. West.
It's part of
It's
America.
The Grand Canyon. Okay, look it up.
Did you not watch that Rugrats episode where they go to the Grand Canyon?
The Grand Canyon. Right.
I don't know.
I actually just watched that one the other day.
Look into the group now.
Arizona?
Ta-da!
Utah? Close to the
Yeah,
borders
you
of
get
Utah
farms
and
here.
Nevada.
Yeah, you have so much stuff here.
Lakes. Like.
I don't want to go to a fucking lake.
Yeah, why?
Well,
so you get like
no,
asbestos?
we're just-
Or like flesh-eating bacteria is what I meant.
Or asbestos, either one.
What the fuck? Holy shit, Alex!
Didn't they?
Oh my god! You gonna go to the lake and get asbestos?
But what is asbestos?
The shit in the wall,
paint.
insulation.
Okay, so like
Oh my
I
You
meant
go to the lake
flesh-eating
and you get
bacteria.
that
You're
Ebola.
you're gonna get a flesh-eating bacteria.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Coronavirus come from a lake.
Yup.
Yup, yup.
Speaking of, Goofy's here now. He's getting ready to surf. The water looked fine to me. I'm sure it's fine. He gets a running start. He's gonna go surfing. He gets a running start, and he like launches himself into the water. I don't think this is really how you go surfing.
No.
And the wave plays a trick on Goofy because it looks like he's gonna land in the water. Then just pulls out from underneath him, and he crashes.
You know what
Into the
happens
sand.
if you're at a beach and the water pulls out?
You drown?
No. A tsunami's coming.
Oh. I didn't know where you're going. with
I
this.
know I said pulls out.
Yeah.
That's why I giggled.
Yeah.
I know.
The wave comes back and picks up Goofy, and it sends him flying back onto the beach, and he crashes into the sand and rocks and all that shit. Yeah.
Poor Goofy.
And then back on land, Mickey is playing his like 3-string guitar. And this is all he does in the short. It's not really a Mickey short. He's just
there.
Yeah, he's just there.
Finger in the guitar.
Yeah. Minnie's playing the ukulele, and Donna is
Donna.
Donald is hula dancing while Minnie plays the ukulele. That's the sound of Victoria hula dancing.
In my seat.
So he's dancing, and he dances his way over to like the fire pit that they've got going on, making some kind of like stew. I don't know. They got like a pot that's burning on the beach. They're making lunch. But Donald's his butt gets caught on fire.
Yeah. Butt stuff.
Yeah.
I wrote butt
There's
stuff.
your butt stuff for the day. He starts yelling for help, and he butt scooches his way from the camp all the way to the water, dragging his ass. They didn't even skin him first. So they're gonna have all these feathers burnt. That's disgusting.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah. But he puts out the fire because he gets to the water, much to his relief. But on his butt, when he puts it out, is a starfish, and he picks off the starfish and he throws it off screen, and this transitions into Pluto.
Mm-hmm.
It does kind of segue very seamlessly in the short. Like, it's not just like hard cut to what's going on with Goofy.
Yeah.
Like, he throws starfish and now it pans over. This is Pluto's part of the story. So starfish spots Pluto and he immediately gets the fuck out of there, realizing what's going to happen. And Pluto starts chasing him. It runs into the water, the starfish, and Pluto chases him into the water. But on their way there, the wave that was
and Pluto's scared of the wave, right?
Well, because the wave that was a dick to Goofy is also a dick to the other dog, Pluto.
Yeah.
And it just crashes down on Pluto and buries him up to his neck in the sand.
Which is scary.
Yeah.
And the
Sounds like a nightmare.
Right?
starfish realizes that Pluto's trapped, so he starts like taunting Pluto by like flicking his nose while he's trapped in the sand, just pissing him off.
So mean.
Yeah. We go back to Goofy. He's making another attempt to surf. He gets a running start again. He launches himself into the water. This time he actually makes it onto the water.
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't try to like surf. He just like chills on his surfboard. He like turns over on his back. He's laying on his back.
He's just hanging out. There's no good waves right now.
Well, he's oblivious to what's going on because the wave that he's on picks him up while he's on his back. The surfboard gives out from underneath him, so he's just like levitating in the air. And again, he crashes into the water, into the sand. Once again, waves pulled another one over.
Poor Goofy.
Yeah.
He needs to give up the surfing.
Well, he lost his board in the water too.
Yeah.
It's
He's
just gone.
had a rough time.
Yep.
He then finds it like in his back. It's like underneath his shirt. It
Yeah.
looks like an ironing board.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like underneath him. He's just
Yeah,
like,
and he can't get it out.
he's like crucified on it. You know.
Wow. That was.
I'd
Well,
subscribe
fuck.
to, I'd subscribe to that church.
Shit.
Jesus Christ.
Well, the board.
I'm gonna get some coffee.
All right.
Victoria French Vanilla is back.
Yep.
You have to greet yourself.
It's like your
All
alter
these
ego.
greetings. French vanilla.
It's like your alter ego. French.
I don't know where that was.
You got the voice for French
That was like your evil voice.
Disney's newest villain.
Okay.
Okay, so we're back to Pluto again. He's combing the beach looking for the starfish that wronged him so badly. He finds a big conch shell. The wave attacks Pluto from behind when he's sniffing inside the shell, which causes the shell to get stuck on Pluto's head. He tries to pry it off and get it off his head. When he does, it then gets stuck on his butt. So now it goes
Butt
from his
stuff!
head to his butt. There's your butt stuff. When he finally gets the shell off his butt, we see that there was a crab inside. And Pluto doesn't realize it though. He has no clue that there's a crab on his butt.
I wouldn't have known it was a crab either. It was green.
It's clamped onto his tail too.
It was green. That's what my notes say. I wrote, does this crab not have a face and why is it green?
Your face though.
You're looking at me like I have an answer.
Like,
I don't have an answer.
Dan,
How much? Oh, wise one.
Why is it green,
I
Dan?
didn't draw him. I don't know what to tell you. He's green. There's a green
Why
crab.
was he in a conch shell? Don't they normally have
No. Like those
No.
hermit crabs.
hermit?
Those hermit crabs have a
Yeah.
shell.
Yeah, hermit crab. This was not a
Fucking face.
This was not a hermit.
The crab keeps trying to clamp onto Pluto's butt without him realizing it. Pluto searches to find out what the noise is of the crab clamping.
Yeah.
He can't figure it out.
Stupid dog.
He is a stupid dog with his stupid fucking
Stupid
face.
dog.
You made me look
bad.
bad.
They're making a Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby-Doo crossover, by the way.
Whoa. That sounds
know.
awesome.
excited.
I know.
Wow. The crab finally does clamp onto Pluto's nose, and this is very painful. Yeah, very painful for Pluto. He howls in pain. That really hurt, actually.
Now you know how he felt.
Yeah, and the two kind of size each other up now that they recognize each other.
Hi,
Yeah,
hi,
they do.
hi.
And they like sidestep their way to the ocean.
Yeah. And you did it.
I did. They sidestep their way to the ocean, and the wave comes back again and crashes on Pluto, and he gets buried in the sand.
Okay.
So the crab outsmarted him again. And the crab actually honks Pluto's nose one more time. It hurt. Before leaving to the ocean, and the crab's just gone for good.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Right. Go back to Goofy. See, this is what I
Welcome
mean.
back now,
Like,
kid.
this is just Goofy and Pluto. Like, the other three really have nothing to do
Yeah,
with
they're
this.
just dancing,
Yeah.
doing their stupid shit.
This the stupid fucking feet dancing over the
Stupid,
chair.
stupiding around.
We go back to Goofy, and he's surfing. He's giving it one more shot. He gets another running start, and he launches himself into the water. But this time, he successfully not only gets into the water, but he rides, the wave like you're supposed to if you're actually surfing. He's standing up, goofy-footed, I guess. This is where it comes from. And he screams out to everybody, "Hey, look, I made it!"
Good job.
And they're like, "Hey, Goofy, good job!"
I was thinking.
He says, "I made it," and the wave literally responds with, "Oh yeah!"
Oh yeah,
And
it did.
it literally responded, "Oh yeah!" And it takes his board away from him and smacks him on the back with it. And Goofy goes flying out of the water, flying back to camp. He crashes into camp where the rest of the gang is, and his surfboard crashes like above him, and it makes like a tombstone.
Yeah, he's dead.
So he's just dead, and they're all
Literally.
Yay, dead.
So he's presumably dead, and the gang is laughing their ass off. As Goofy
Like,
just
that
dead.
motherfucker just died.
They're
Oh my
dancing
God.
around his
Oh
grave
my
in
God.
celebration, even though he didn't do anything wrong.
They're doing a little.
They say aloha and farewell to thee. La 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 la. That's what Minnie said.
Wow,
That
you
really
pretty much
sounded
sound like
like
Minnie.
I'm really impressed by that.
Thank
Proud. Well, luckily Goofy's not dead. He pops his head out of the sand and laughs. He says "Garsh," and
How does he say it?
Gosh.
Gorsh.
You can say
I don't think I can do that one.
that's his like
I
catchphrase.
can just do the yup.
Okay, fine.
Gorsh.
I'll take
Gorsh.
it. That's fine.
Yeah,
Alright,
you can do it better than me.
And he
I
gets
thought you could do it good. Sorry.
and he gets laid by
That's
Minnie.
okay.
That's the end.
The end.
Yep. She puts a little lay on him.
It's laid by.
Yeah.
Ha!
That wasn't.
Uh-huh.
What's the next one?
I don't
Dan?
know. You tell me.
The next one is. Oh, this one was so
Do
bizarre
you think your
to me.
sweater's irritating
clock?
it?
Yeah,
Well, you
I
have
didn't
your
like this
sleeves
one.
up, so
The
probably
clock
not.
one.
Oh, you didn't?
I
No.
kind of like this one.
I didn't like this one because there's so much going on and like writing all this down was a mess.
I just
yes,
have
I'm not gonna lie.
so many. I just have so many questions about this one.
Wait,
Well,
the clock
hope-
one?
yeah,
I
Mickey-
hated this one.
Thank
Oh,
you.
really?
Oh, I like.
Yeah.
that
Oh, I liked
one.
it.
All right.
How about
Mickey-
you, Alex?
Yeah.
She's like, I don't remember it.
Yeah, I was on a lot of Benadryl that day.
Yes,
and I
you
never
were.
got to watch them.
You
Sick.
didn't like it, I remember.
Probably not.
Yeah.
I remember thinking it was stupid. It was just Goofy and Mickey, right?
And Donald.
And
Donald.
Yeah.
You are stupid. You are stupid. And don't forget, you are stupid.
Mickey Mouse and Clock Cleaners. It's Mickey Short number 97.
Wait, so we did number 92, 96, and 97 so far today?
I'll tell you in 2 seconds. Let's see.
Sorry to make you scroll back.
It's alright. 96 was the last one. And 92. Very good. I
So
don't
then,
know.
did we? They don't have them all on, so that's why, right?
right.
Yes.
So why don't they have all of them?
I don't know.
I wonder why that is.
Might have not got a good copy. But
There's a bunch of Silly Symphonies that are missing too.
Oh.
There's like
Don't
40
There's
of
a
them.
lot.
Request the Silly Symphony.
Yeah.
I'll put in a word.
I'm just like curious. Like I wonder like why only some and not all? Like did they just put the most popular ones? You think, or do you
Probably.
think? All
Maybe.
right.
Well, this one was
Anyway.
popular, despite like 3 of us not liking it. It's one of Disney's most critically acclaimed short films.
Why?
Why?
I'll just tell you what I found. I don't know why. But you remember that list I was talking about for Three Little Pigs, that, like the animated field voted on in 1994,
Mhm.
Yes.
top 50
Yes.
greatest cartoons. This one comes in at 27,
Wow.
so it's up there.
Wow.
I
Weird.
don't know why. I wasn't a fan of it, but that's just me. In the parks, out in Disneyland in California, Mickey's house in Toontown. I don't know if anyone else has been
I've
to
never
California
been
here.
there.
No?
Oh.
Okay. In Mickey's living room on the TV, this is the short that's playing.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
You
Is
watch
it always
yourself on
playing?
TV.
Like it plays on loop?
I don't know if there's multiple shorts, but I think it's just this short plays on loop all day in the living room.
Have you guys been there?
Yeah.
Yep.
You want some controversy?
Sure.
Okay. In the 1990s, Donald Wildman was an ordained minister, and his Christian organization, the American Family Association, persuaded Walmart to pull a VHS tape called Cartoon Classics Fun on the Job, which included Clock Cleaners, the one that we're going to talk about.
Okay.
The reason why it was pulled is for two reasons. Misinterpreted language on behalf of Donald. So, during Donald's fight with the Metal Springs that we see
Yeah.
early on in the beginning, he responds to the taunting Springs and says, says who?
It sounds like fuck you.
In Donald's voice, it sounds like he's saying, fuck you.
Okay.
Which I went back and listened to it. If you didn't know, it could kind of sound like fuck you. But it's not fuck you. It says who. The other reason, there's a second instance where Donald also has an exchange with the Metal Spring, and he calls it a snake in the grass. Which I don't know
Like
how
a
they
penis?
No. Does anyone want to explain to Alex what snake in the grass means? It's not a penis.
Isn't it like you're like a bad person? Like you're like an
Yeah.
asshole, like a deviant?
It's like a...
Like a weaselly
Yeah,
guy,
a
you
weasel.
tricked me.
Yeah, like a weasel playing tricks. But they thought
Sneaky sneaks.
snake in the grass, they somehow interpret it as son of a bitch.
On a snake.
How?
I don't know. That was the other
A
interpretation.
snake.
of
Whose
it.
voice did they say that?
This is
Snake.
Donald again.
Snake.
Even as Donald, though. I don't know how you misinterpret that. But anyway, they persuaded Walmart to pull the DVD off the shelf because of these two instances. Additional DVD releases, Disney ends up changing Says Who to Aw Nuts, which
Is arguably not better,
I
but
don't know.
okay.
Yeah, but whatever. And that audio from Aw Nuts is actually just taken right from the On Ice episode that we watched already. So they just picked it up and put it right in there. And you can even tell it's from there because Pluto is still barking in the background, even though Pluto's not in this short at all. So it makes no sense. It's a
That's
dog
funny.
barking.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, and it wasn't until it was brought back on Disney Plus where they restored it with Says Who. So we don't hear the Aw Nuts one. It's
okay,
back
then
to
I
the way it
wouldn't have
normally
noticed
was.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I was
just-
gonna say I thought I remember him saying says.
So just a little misinterpretation on language from Donald causing Disney problems for years.
Him and his speech impediments.
Yeah,
In the 90s, they just had a problem with everything, all these Christian organizations.
You mean like today?
Yeah, but nobody listens to them anymore today, so that's,
So
the, that's the
yeah.
difference.
Snake in the grass.
Yeah.
Surprised, with
There's
Disney,
a
they didn't misinterpret it as like snake in my ass or something like that.
There's a snake in my ass.
Wow.
Released on October 15, 1937.
I like the
Rated-
way Dan just.
Segue.
Keep it
I'll
moving.
just let it sit there for a second and then we're going to go right.
Where?
Okay.
Released on October
In your ass.
15th, 1937. Rated TVG with a runtime of 8 minutes and 31 seconds. Directed by Ben Sharpstein again. Animated by Chuck Couch, Frenchie de Tramadan, Al
Oogster.
Eugster,
Boogie Boogie.
Wolfgang Reitherman, and Bill Roberts. Voice work by Walt Disney, Clarence Nash, and Pinto Colvig. It's the main three. Alright, so we open up in a city with a giant clock tower. It's 3 p.m. and the bell's about to be rung. And two mechanical statues come out. And they're going to ring the bell to signify it's 3 o'clock. Mickey's on the clock. He's on this second hand going around.
This
and
is
he's
like an extremely dangerous job.
Yeah, it is.
no, like being harnessed up by anything.
No,
He's
no.
just sitting on the clock hand as it's going around the clock.
Yeah.
And he's cleaning it and sweeping it as it goes by. Inside the clock, all the gears are there, and we see Donald and Goofy are there scrubbing them clean.
I have a quick question.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry if I'm gonna interrupt, or if this is coming up later, but it's just the next bullet point on my notes, so I'm sorry if you
Go.
have this. Are they miniature?
No, I think it's a giant clock.
Like a clock tower type thing.
So then there was a giant tube of toothpaste and a giant toothbrush there. That's according to my notes.
I did not pick that
See,
up.
I was just thinking that they just had giant versions of it because it's such a big clock.
That's what I
Like, you know what I
interpreted, too.
mean?
That's That's
Okay.
interesting.
But I guess it could be the other way.
Yeah,
I mean, Mickey
yeah,
did
yeah.
just shrink Donald down. Maybe he just shrunk all three of them down.
Maybe.
That's
And he shrunk
interesting.
down in through the mirror.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I didn't think about that.
Okay.
Leave it up to your interpretation, I guess. Donald's brush gets caught in a metal spring, and he yanks it out, causing all the metal springs to unfold. And they
Like a
get
fucking slinky.
Yeah, and he gets tangled up in them, and he's trapped inside them.
Yeah. And also, there was a sign that said how, like, the mainspring, how it was, like, very important. Why would they put Donald in charge of this?
I don't know.
Like,
They're
the
gonna put
most
Goofy?
important piece? No, they should have fucking put Mickey.
Yep.
He's the only responsible one of the group, arguably.
Is he?
I mean,
It's
he
not an
was-
animal, so we're safe.
He was just sitting on a secondhand clock, like not strapped up at all.
I mean, yeah, but...
That's just working conditions.
Yeah.
That's not his fault.
There was no such thing as OSHA back then.
That's right. It's an OSHA violation today.
So I just don't know why they put Donald in charge of the most important thing.
Well, Mickey comes back inside anyway to join them
Yeah.
in cleaning the inside of the clock. He's sweeping the gears along with them. And as he's doing that, he hears snoring nearby. And it's a stork's nest.
Oh yeah.
And there's a sleeping stork.
AKA
Sleeping
Michael.
stork inside.
What?
Yeah.
What?
They just woke him up with that. And Mickey, rather than just letting him sleep, he wakes him up.
Well, because he's sitting on the gears.
But this is where he made his nest. He was here first.
Well, first of all, it's probably a female.
She made his nest. She made her nest. She made her his nest.
Yes.
Yeah.
They.
Exactly.
They.
We,
They
They,
made
them.
their
They.
nest.
Yep.
On the gears.
whatever it is.
Whatever they are.
Whatever they are.
Just don't call it an it.
Yeah.
Mickey wakes up the stork. I have him and he everywhere in here.
Why would you assume that it's a male stork
Delivery man.
making
I-
making a nest?
I did assume that stork's gender.
No, seriously though, but female birds
I don't-
tend to make the
Because
nest.
the stork did look
Not
kind of
not
manly.
exclusively, but
The stork did look kind of manly.
okay.
Because I associate like oversleeping with like men
Oh, I do that all the
Oh,
time.
okay. Well,
and
then-
like
Have you met
refusing,
Alex?
refusing to wake up even though
Have
they
you met
poke them in the
Alex?
face.
You mean like Cinderella, like just hating to get up? And
Well, whatever.
whatever.
I'm just
And
gonna go
all-
by
and her and Lady Tremaine and the stepsisters and all that.
Mickey tries.
They just jump out of bed.
Mickey tries to wake the stork. Is that okay?
Yeah.
But the stork continues to ignore him in sleep.
Yeah.
He insists that the stork wake up, and he pokes her butt,
Pokes their
pokes the stork's butt
butt.
in protest. Mickey decides to pick up the stork and tries to get her outside.
Her, him,
Yeah.
Her,
them,
him.
them.
Oh my God.
Oh no. Can we just decide if it's a boy or girl?
Yeah, I can't go on with this.
Just let it be a boy. His notes already
Fine,
say he.
it's fine,
Okay.
it's fine. I'm just pointing out that it's probably not a boy stork. But
Well,
whatever.
Mickey throws the stork outside, or he tries to get the stork outside, but his foot gets caught in like the ground, causing him to turn right back around, and
Yeah.
Mickey can't get the stork outside. He finally throws the stork outside though, but it flies back in its sleep.
yeah.
Just comes right back inside, and it grabs Mickey. Oh my God! I wrote her here. What the fuck? Grabs Mickey in her beak and flies back outside, dropping Mickey to fall. I think this is the end of the stork, so I don't have to worry about this anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Are storks really that big?
I've
They
never
have to
seen a
carry
stork.
babies, so
I
I don't
thought
think so.
No, I think they are really.
I thought they were big also.
I never like looked it up.
I never look at a stork.
I'm gonna see.
Don't they have storks in like Disney World? Like
Bless you.
walking around? I think those
Do
are
they?
storks.
Do they?
Yeah.
Well, Mickey gets thrown outside, and he grabs a rope on his way down, saving him from falling to the ground, but a bucket of water falls on him instead. Back inside the clock, Donald is trying to hammer all the metal springs back into place, but they keep popping up on him playing tricks. Donald and the spring get into a fight. He throws a hammer at the spring, but it bounces off of the spring, and it slams back into Donald, sending him flying off screen.
Kadoosh.
Kadoosh. And then we go to Goofy, who is outside on the clock tower now. He's back up where we started with the...
Oh yeah.
You want to go with this?
Well, I don't remember exactly, but he was like, "No, you go ahead."
All right, Goofy's cleaning. Goofy's cleaning the bell outside, and he sticks his head inside the giant bell to clean in there. And when he does, it's 4:00.
Yep.
Yep,
So-
yep. I remember this.
One of the mechanical statues comes out, and it rings the bell while he's in there.
Goofy's like, what the fuck?
It's like, does he not know how the clock works?
I guess not.
Wasn't keeping
Maybe
track
he's
of time.
new.
Maybe they didn't have watches back then, so he couldn't realize what time it was.
He didn't know what time it was because
He didn't have watches. He's cleaning a clock. He didn't know what time it was.
They probably didn't have
Maybe it
Apple
was too
watches.
big to see.
Everybody just has to walk outside their house and look at the clock.
Yeah, they need to know what time it is. Like, he was just so surprised. Like, he didn't even know what dinged the bell. Like, he was baffled. I was like, dude.
He was trying to find out who was ringing this bell,
Yeah.
and he couldn't figure out who it was because every time he popped the set out, there was nobody there.
I know.
So how much time passed in this film?
Well, it
Because
started out at 3.
An hour.
right.
So it's been an hour. So the bell keeps ringing every time Goofy's in there. It happens like at least twice or 3 times. And he goes in one more time, and there's a Lady Liberty statue that comes out on the other side that also rings the bell. This time, Goofy, he's not going to go inside the bell. He's going to wait to see who comes out and who's been ringing this bell over and over again. And when it comes out, he realizes it's Lady Liberty, and he's, oh, I can't hit a woman, even though it's metal and a statue, but it can attack him, I guess, but that's
Right.
all right. He backs away, and unfortunately, because she can hit a man, clocks him in the head. That's okay.
Yeah.
That makes it sound like I'm upset that way.
Yeah.
I don't mean it that way. I don't mean it that way. But hits him in the head, which causes Goofy to be all loopy, and he's out on his feet just kind of wandering around.
More loopy than he already is.
Well, he doesn't even know what's going on anymore.
Fucking Goofy.
He wanders his way to the edge of the building, but barely stays on it. It looks like he's going to fall off, but his
Yep.
tippy toes save him. And they keep him on the building. It was
Yeah.
giving you anxiety
It
watching
was. It was
It
scary.
was.
That's really high up.
Well, he eventually does fall off the building, and he's on his way down to the ground, but he lands in a split on like a tightrope that's
Yeah.
down below, and then he starts walking the tightrope.
Yep.
But he's still out on his feet. He doesn't know what's going on. Mickey sees Goofy all loopy walking around on the tightrope.
He tries to be a hero.
Yeah, he tries to save Goofy. His way of saving Goofy is he throws like a swinging seat at him, which I don't know how that would help him, but like it gets caught on his face.
Yeah, like here.
Yeah,
Like on his neck.
He's swinging by his neck, which sounds horrible, but like the seat is under his neck, and it's just like carrying him across
Yeah.
the clock tower. And
This must happen a lot. That's why Mickey was like, "Oh no, I know."
he didn't even hesitate. He's
Yeah.
like on the bench.
Their daily occurrence.
And from swinging, he lands on a random wooden board, and it's got a bucket of water and soap on it that tips over on the board, which Goofy steps on, causing him to slip and slide and go flying into the sky onto a ladder that's being held up by Mickey. And this is why I didn't like this one, because it's chaotic, and like describing all this is just like really, it's all over the place.
Yeah.
Goofy's
also-
flying here, he's flying there, he's everywhere.
But also, I just felt like it was a little boring to watch.
Well, we're coming to the end here. Goofy's walking on the ladder that Mickey's holding, still out on his feet, and his foot slips through the ladder, and he starts falling down to the ground below. But he's saved when he lands on a beam, which then propels him back up into the air, grabbing Mickey along the way. The two of them go flying through one of the windows in the clock tower, crashing into Donald. Donald doesn't really do a lot in this one.
He's just battling that spring.
He just gets into a fight with the spring, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But the three of them crash into each other, and they all end up inside of a gear by their neck.
Yep.
And like the rhythm of the gear
Yeah.
transforms into their body, causing them to dance. And that one's really the end of it.
Yeah. I didn't like it.
I thought you did like it.
No.
Wait, who liked it?
Me.
Why'd you like it?
No, I just thought it was
It's fun. Yeah.
That sounds like fun to you?
Yeah.
Especially that end part, like getting hung by your neck. And
You know
stuff.
why I
Yeah.
thought
So
it
it
was
was
cute?
funny. I laughed.
I think it was cute because it felt like it took me to like an imaginary world, because like to me they were mini, because I noticed like miniature, because I noticed the big toothpaste and toothbrush. I was like, oh, I wonder what it like looks like inside of a clock. That's cool.
It's a magical world with giant clocks,
Yeah.
and large toothpaste, and miniature animals.
Uh-huh.
Mini
Yeah, because
anime.
now that I'm thinking, the stork was probably normal size, not a miniature stork too. So, but
Well, it's okay. That was your first thoughts on it.
yeah.
Did anyone like this next one, the Old Mill?
No.
Okay.
This
Wasn't
one
that bad.
fucking sucked. No. This one was so stupid. I remember watching it and I was just like, what the fuck is this? What is this, Bambi? Like, what the Fuck, I was so annoyed.
I'm hoping we can get through this one.
It was
quickly,
kind of
'cause-
cozy with the storm.
Get out of here with you with the cozy.
I like the cozy. And
I like to be in small spaces with rain.
I do. The mill seemed so cozy, except for that poor bird. With
Except
the
that
nest.
it was a
Oh my God.
dilapidated mill.
I know, but it was
Bats,
still so cozy.
owls,
Yeah.
birds.
Oh, this is where we saw the bats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the bird with its nest. I was so nervous for it.
Shouldn't have made its nest there, fucking idiot.
Oh my God, how was it supposed to know that mill hasn't moved in decades?
Silly Symphony number 68. Despite, except one of us liking it, there is some value to this short. It's the first chance for Disney to test out the multiplane camera, which gives it like a more of a depth of field with animation rather than just 2D, interface.
Yeah.
And they use that in films going forward, so it does have that going for it.
Fine.
I'll allow it. This is also kind of the first time Disney does like
Sorry,
real.
whoever I just kicked.
That was me. It's
Oh,
okay.
well, move your feet.
Okay. It's also the first attempt that Disney does at like realistic animal behavior, which we then see come up in like Snow White and Bambi,
True.
like bunnies acting like bunnies as opposed
Yeah,
to like
like
human.
cleaning
humans.
cottages
Yeah.
and such.
That
Yeah,
kind of
that's
stuff
definitely
that we all
realistic.
2015, the United States Library of Congress selected this film for preservation in the National Film Registry because it's culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant.
Oh wow.
Is it though?
I don't know.
Because basically it's a scene out of fucking Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein?
Yeah. Remember when he's like in the mill and the
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I never saw Frankenstein.
What?
This-
Alex, you haven't seen Austin Powers either.
I haven't seen anything ever.
Yeah, baby. Sorry.
It reminded me
Make
more
you
of Fantasia.
ready.
This film.
Didn't someone else say that when we were watching
I
it?
did. I said it reminded me of a mix of Bambi and Fantasia,
Yeah.
which I grew up watching both because my grandpa was like obsessed with both. So I've seen them both hundreds of times.
Fuck you.
Believe it or
Thank you.
not, this one actually has a lot of representation in the parks. In Disneyland out in California, the Storybook Land Canal boats.
Mm-hmm.
There's a miniature of it on the ride, which would then get replaced by Frozen because it's Frozen. And in Disney World,
Wait. Sorry, can you repeat that? All I heard was Frozen, but this had a ride.
no, there's a ride in Disneyland called the Storybook Land Canal boats,
Uh-huh.
and it's just like a kiddie ride that you ride on a boat, and it goes through like different scenes from different movies.
Oh, and this was on
And
there.
this was there, but then it was replaced by Frozen.
Oh,
and that
okay.
came out. 'Cause, I mean, come on.
It's Frozen.
Yeah.
Show yourself.
In Disney World, anyone? You probably won't.
Where this
Wait.
is?
Yeah, it's very, very small.
Can you just give us what park?
Magic Kingdom. It's on that heaping pile of trash you call Tom Sawyer Island.
Oh,
I've never been there.
Oh, yeah, we've never... I think we did go there.
No, we did not.
pile of trash.
That's what it
We had to
is.
take a boat there. We didn't.
Well,
do that.
anyway, on Tom Sawyer Island, inside Harper's Mill, there's an owl and a bluebird's nest inside one of the broken cogs in the mill.
Yeah.
That's from this short.
Okay. I know the mill actually. Like
You know
I
that
just
heaping pile of
I
trash.
I just thought it was from Tom Sawyer, like the book, but
No.
I haven't read the book in a while, so.
Yeah. And then just one more final note. This is the winner of the 1938 Academy Award for Best Short Film.
Wow.
Number 6 in a row for Walt at this point.
Wow.
Which one?
This one.
Right?
Only went up against 2 other films.
Which were?
Well, obviously I have the other 2
She
films
said
that I
it's
beat
okay.
right here.
Yeah.
The other 2 films were Educated Fish from Paramount
Okay.
and The Little Match Girl.
I actually know what that is.
Really? What is
Yeah,
it?
I don't remember, but
Oh.
I know I've seen it.
Excellent.
I think it's a little like it's like a war thing. I think she sells matches.
Oh,
I think she's poor. I think she dies.
that sounds
Aw.
fun.
I could be really misremembering, but that sounds like something I've seen.
A Dying Child's Dreams
Yup,
and
yes!
Hope was first published in 1845.
Yes, see?
You telling me that couldn't beat this?
Right?
That
Like,
must have been
maybe
really
because
bad.
it was so sad,
Yeah.
people didn't
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
like it so much.
Released on November 5th, 1937, rated TVY7 with a runtime of 8 minutes and 42 seconds.
Remember the 5th of November.
Very good.
Something in plot.
Very good also. Directed by Wilfred Jackson. I'm not going to give you the animated because it's animated by 19 different people.
Oh wow.
But I'll give you the music. It's the music by Lee Harline, who would then do the music for Snow White and Pinocchio.
Woo!
And voice work by nobody.
Me.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
there's no
'cause there's no
dialogue in this
voices.
whatsoever.
We opened up on a gloomy day, didn't we?
And an old windmill, Hillary. We see cows and ducks in the foreground, and in the background, inside the mill,
Cows.
There's
no.
birds kissing.
There's birds and a
Yeah.
broken cog.
Is that how birds kiss?
They
What
just
were they doing?
neck.
I
They're
don't
necking?
know.
No, I think they aggressively fly at each other.
No, I don't know, but my
They
notes,
do.
my notes just say, is that how birds kiss? I don't really know what they were doing. Maybe they were pecking each
They were
other. I don't know.
cuddling and whatever.
Canoodling.
Canoodling. I was just thinking that word.
Inside the mill, there's a broken cog, which is where the bird's nest is, and there's a bird tending to her eggs. Papa Bird comes in and brings her a worm. The two birds.
Gee, thanks.
I got you this worm.
That's what I wanted.
Higher up in the mill, we see two pigeons who are also in love, necking. I think they were necking.
Yeah,
They were necking at each other lovingly. The camera keeps
That's
panning
such an
up.
old term.
Necking?
My grandma says that word.
Necking.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, what does that mean? Does
It
that
means-
really
it-
mean,
like-
rubbing your neck on
No,
something?
it means
No.
making out.
Making out, like giving hickeys and shit.
The camera keeps going higher and up. And it pans to an owl who's trying to
A
sleep.
really, really cranky owl.
A very lonely owl who does not have anyone with him.
Oh.
He
Yeah,
actually...
he's seeing all these other birds necking, and he's got no one to neck with.
That's
He's like the
true.
only one that I guess is aware of the audience because he keeps looking at the camera and he's like startled every time. He's like, "Ah!" You know, like every single time he sees
Yeah.
the camera, and he's mad that we like woke him up, I guess, by our presence. So he turns away and goes back to sleep, and the camera goes higher and higher up again, and we get all the way to the tippy top, and we find a bunch of bats sleeping up there.
They're
Yeah.
so cute. They're sky puppies.
Yeah, they're cute.
Why do you think bats are cute?
They're sky puppies.
I said the same thing when she was like, those bats are... I was like, ugh, bats. I'm scared of bats. And she was
Do you
like,
like-
they're cute, they're sky. She said the same thing.
Do you
They were
like
sky
want a
puppies.
bat or something?
no,
like
I don't.
A pet bat?
No, I would never want a pet.
I would get a pet bat. They're actually good to have in your backyard if you have.
They eat all the bugs.
All the bats wake up, and they all together they fly out of the top of the mill. And nearby outside, we see water lilies, and a frog is underneath one of them. He comes out from underneath, and he starts to croak.
Ribbit,
Ribbit.
Ribbit.
Just then, another frog joins in, and the two of them start to croak.
ribbit, 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 ribbit.
And then a third frog joins.
Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
And they all start to croak.
Little speckled frogs.
Yeah.
Go, 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 yeah,
I wrote
froggy,
that-
go.
This frog song sounds like the same song from a different Silly Symphony. Like I feel like they didn't
You made
use
out a song here?
an original.
It just
It
sounded
did
like
sound
noise to me.
No, it sounded like
Yeah.
a song. Actually, wait, what did I say? When all of that was happening, I was like, is anyone else's brain like totally freaking
Yes,
out? I
I
was like
remember.
losing my shit. I like couldn't like take it. I was overstimulated.
It just reminded me of like
sensory overload.
it just
Yeah.
reminded me of like the Budweiser commercials with the
But
frogs.
why?
Yeah.
I was just thinking that too.
Yeah. Fast forward to nighttime, and the wind has started to pick up along with the music. The owl inside the mill is sleeping, still sleeping. Down below, the mama bird sees that a rope is holding the gear in place and is starting to break. So she fears for herself and her eggs. If the rope snaps, it's going to crush them all inside the gear.
So she could have just moved.
She could have moved, but
Can they pick up the eggs?
No,
You can't just trigger the whole nest.
probably not.
probably
hard,
not. The
I
eggs
would
will like
imagine.
fall out and crash to the ground.
Yeah.
True.
The rope snaps,
Scrambled eggs.
and the gear starts to spin, almost crushing her, but she's in the broken cog spot. And it's a lucky spot because as the gear goes around, it misses her. And they don't-
Multiple times.
Yeah. Well,
And she's just dizzy.
she realizes one time it's not going to kill her, so
Well, I
she's
think
safe
that
there.
it's all the same. Like
Yeah.
they go into the same slot each
Yeah,
time.
they do.
Yeah.
But it was just like, just because she's spinning, it's like, "Whoo,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would be scared.
Yeah,
You know.
it's nerve wracking for sure.
The owl wakes up and sees what all the commotion is about. And
Yeah, I
all,
was like, fuck you.
this owl can't get any sleep. All the birds inside the mill are woken up from the rain and the wind outside, and water starts to leak in through the wolf onto the owl. The wind picks up
Did you say wolf?
the roof
Oh,
onto the
you
owl.
said wolf.
No, don't bring the wolf back in here. The wind picks up and howls as the storm gets more and more intense.
Maybe that's why you said wolf.
Maybe. I could have read ahead. It's possible. There's now thunder and lightning, and the windmill is spinning like crazy from all the wind outside.
Yeah.
The lightning strikes the windmill, and it slowly starts to crumple and fall apart.
Even
From-
more than it already was.
It was already, a
Dilapidated.
piece of shit. Now it's just falling apart.
Rustic. Michael would like it.
Rustic.
Put that windmill in your backyard.
I would.
Uh,
Try me.
the wind starts to die down, though, and the storm starts to calm, and we transition into morning. And the bats have returned back to their spot at the top of the windmill. I guess they knew what was coming. They got out of there as quick as they could. The owl goes back to sleep, turning away from the audience again. The pigeons are still in love. The rats are okay. Mama bird's eggs have now hatched. And She
Yeah.
has little birdies,
Actually,
little birdie babies. And we pan out from the old mill that has been damaged by the lightning. It's even more broken down now. And that's the end.
little babies.
Little babies. I guess the story is like life goes on, even through tough times and destruction.
I guess so.
I just
I don't
feel
know.
like, how did the mill stay standing?
I don't
How long
did
has it been
not
there?
go away? Have they never experienced a thunderstorm in their life before?
Right.
I feel like there wasn't even really a story with this one. It's just like they had music and they were just gonna paint a scene.
Yeah, that's really it. It was
Yeah.
more like a live
that.
photo.
Final one is Lonesome Ghosts. I like
Um,
this one.
I like this one too. I just want to let you know that I remember watching this and saying to Vicky and Alex, I was like, guys, I've definitely seen this before. Where have I seen this before?
Yeah.
Where have we seen it before? Do you know? Did you list where?
You tell me where you've
Well,
seen it
so
before.
right before, I was just Googling it because it's been bothering me. They had it. It was episode number 1 for Have a Laugh, which is...
That series.
Yeah.
For that they play. In,
But it was only a 3-minute long.
Yeah, so it probably
version of
does
it.
show up on the Magical Express at some point. 'cause
Yeah,
it's part
so
of that series.
that's
So yeah,
where
that's
I've seen
probably
it
why.
before.
Oh.
It's short number 98. It feels a lot like Ghostbusters to me. Like, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if Ghostbusters came from this short.
I think I started singing the song while we were watching it.
Goofy even says at one point, I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah.
So I think it's just directly from this
He's
movie.
afraid of no ghosts.
You know what else? Okay, you tell your little fun facts, and I'll tell you the fun facts I found, too.
Why don't you go first? What do
Your
you
little
got?
fun fact.
Well,
What little
because
fun facts do you have?
that they were originally going to use this in the Haunted Mansion. They were going to have these ghosts appear in the Haunted Mansion.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
I don't
Did
know why
you tell us this?
Me? No, I just found out right now. The Lonesome Ghosts were originally planned to have been included as part of the Haunted Mansion alongside other Disney ghosts.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But also, did you know that the Haunted Mansion, the guy who designed it, I forget his name, I'm really sorry, but he wanted to make it like actually terrifying and scary.
I know, yes, but they didn't
And
think that...
Disney was like,
No.
no.
Yeah.
No.
And the guy was like really mad, and he was like, well, fuck you.
I almost wish they did make it scary.
I know. They wanted it to be like a thrill ride.
That would
Yeah.
have been
Well,
cool.
I didn't know until I think one of you told me that
That's not
the
really
movie's
true.
based off the ride, not the
Not
the
that.
ride wasn't made
Yeah.
because of the movie. I
No.
didn't
Same
know
thing with
that.
Pirates of
No.
the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Are we gonna have to watch the Haunted Mansion movie?
Yeah, we
I
gotta
love
watch
that
Haunted
movie.
Mansion.
I like that movie.
It was a
Actually,
good movie.
For better or for worse, we're watching that.
You've already
So,
seen it, so you can just...
if you can get through
The
the,
Haunted
shorts,
Mansion's
you can get through the Haunted
track is
Mansion.
shaped like Goofy's head.
I
Is
did
that
not
real?
know that.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
just make
where
that
did
up?
no, he showed me a map.
Really?
Yeah, you know
Then
when
where
you
did
you
you
know when
see
you
that,
go
Michael?
around the crystal ball
Yeah.
and that's his nose.
Let's see if we can pull up a picture.
It's Goofy's head
Oh yeah, it kind of is.
Interesting.
with the hat on and everything.
Wow, I wonder if they did that on purpose.
This is just me. I don't see it.
That's
Here's his nose goes up to his hat.
I didn't see it.
Back
That's
down
weird.
around.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
I wonder if they planned
Wowzers.
that.
I don't know.
Huh.
Can you show me now?
Released December 24th, Christmas Eve, 1937. Yep.
Ooh.
Rated TVY7
It was
with a
wintertime.
runtime of 9 minutes and 6 seconds. Directed by Burt Gillette. Animated by 10 different animators. They're ones that we've done in the past. I'm not going to name them all. There's just a million of them.
10 people.
10 people on
Wow.
this one. Voice work by Walt Disney, Clarence Nash, Pinto Colvig, and Billy Bletcher. I guess he was the voice of the ghosts. All right. Open up outside a snowy and spooky abandoned house. It was snowing, yeah. From inside the house, we see cobwebs everywhere, and we hear shrieks. Our first ghost appears, followed by another, and they're bored. They've got nothing
I
to do.
wrote, these ghosts must be really bored.
Well, I guess like because they talk about how they scared everybody away.
They've scared everybody away, and they've just got nobody to scare anymore.
Yeah.
Rough
They
life.
have no fun. In the newspaper that
Mhm.
day, the ghosts find an advertisement for a local ghost
The
exterminator.
Ghostbusters.
That's right. Although they're not called.
Who are you gonna call?
Ghost exterminators.
Ajax Ghost Exterminators.
Mickey, Pluto, and Donald.
They decide to give them a call because they think it would be fun to lure them to the house and scare them. We then transition to Ajax Ghost Exterminators. On outside on the sign it says they're busy,
Mm-hmm.
and then it immediately follows with them all sleeping inside. So,
Well, they're busy. They're sleeping.
That's
They're
my
busy.
kind
Busy.
of thing to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ajax is actually a brand name that comes up a bunch of times in Disney shorts. It's like it's like their version of Acme from Warner Brothers.
Oh, I thought Ajax was like a cleaning.
It's
my
a dish
mom-
soap.
Yeah,
my
it's
mom
not
used
that
to
though. It's
use
just a
it.
coincidence though. But like
Oh.
Ajax is what they use. Like I'm sure we'll see in shorts going forward. Ajax is like their
Interesting.
whatever.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like Acme better.
It's very close to Acme, if you ask me. If you Acme.
If you
Inside
Acme.
the
wow,
Yeah.
you guys are so punny too.
Inside, the phone begins to ring, and it wakes up Donald, Goofy, and Mickey. They all jump at the chance to answer the phone, which to me indicates that they don't get a lot of business, even though the sign outside says they're busy.
How many houses are haunted?
Mickey answers the phone, and the ghost tells them that the house is full of ghosts and they need help chasing them away. And Mickey eagerly agrees to this, and he says they'll be right over.
No discussion of price.
No, they'll just
I
come and do it.
know.
It's on their website.
They work for free.
Yeah, they didn't even.
They just
like,
want the publicity.
Yeah.
The three ghost exterminators arrive at the house, and the ghosts are excited to see them, and they take their places inside hiding. The three enter the house, to no answer, and nobody home. Mickey is carrying a gun, Donald has a net, and Goofy has an axe.
Those are all great
Right,
weapons
for
for
ghosts.
ghosts.
But if you were gonna be chasing ghosts, what would you bring with you?
Well, what
A
did the
vacuum
Ghostbusters?
cleaner.
Yeah, the Ghostbusters brought that like vacuum cleaner.
It wasn't a
A
No,
ghost catcher.
the what was it called?
they had a name for it.
Yeah.
A proton pack.
Yeah, there you go.
Ooh.
So
I would bring Harry Potter's invisibility cloak,
Why?
To get the
so I could
ghosts.
be invisible too.
But they're not invisible, the ghosts.
Yes, they are.
they can be.
Do they?
Like the
Show
ghosts that
themselves
are in this
invisible?
house are invisible.
No,
I
they're
never
not
see them,
invisible.
but I know they're
What?
probably
They're
here.
not invisible.
They're not, right?
You can see them.
Yeah. It's like a light.
Ooh. Like from Beetlejuice with
Mm.
sheets.
Oh,
But
yeah.
then, okay, so if they're not invisible, then I can see them, but they can't see me.
You know how you get rid of them? Just
What?
turn the light really bright so you can't see them anymore.
Do you believe in ghosts, Michael?
Yes.
He does very
Oh.
much, and he hears them and sees them.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, do you hear them?
Where?
His mom's old house. He's seen them
That
in,
was
in
creepy.
lots of places.
Sporadically.
Like him and his mom, like really like say they see ghosts. Like really.
I can't speak for her because she's psycho, but I know I'm pretty
Michael, I
sane
thought
in
you were
the
gonna
head.
say psychic.
Oh, maybe that's the word.
Hillary, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah, but I don't have any evidence to back it up. Like I've never seen or felt or heard anything.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
Really?
I believe that he thinks that he is seeing something. Maybe if I
Do you believe in spirits?
don't know. It's hard for me to say.
So when you die, what happens?
You go to heaven. They
So
bury
you-
your body,
so
you
what
go to
goes-
heaven,
what
but you
goes to
stay
heaven?
up there.
What goes to heaven?
You say
Your
it.
spirit.
So you believe in spirits.
I
What
just-
if a spirit gets stuck?
I don't think that happens.
Why not?
You either go to heaven
What
or
if
you
God
go to
rejects
hell.
you and Satan rejects you?
That's not going to happen. Someone's going to take you.
That's
God
not true.
doesn't, Satan will.
That's not true.
He wants to burn people. He wants to burn them
Mm.
bad.
Watch Supernatural.
I have a
Watch-
direct link
watch
to God, so
Supernatural.
I don't have to worry.
Watch
What?
Supernatural.
I don't
on
want to
TV.
watch that. I don't like stuff like that.
You might start believing shit.
Dan, do you believe in ghosts?
Yes, I do.
Anything else? That's it?
Nope, I just believe in them.
Have you seen any? Heard any? Felt any?
No. But I do believe they're there. I'm just unlucky. I never had any experience myself.
Okay.
How about you?
I absolutely do.
Yeah?
Good.
I have seen, felt, and heard them.
Same.
My
What does it
house
feel like,
is haunted.
What does it
Same.
feel like when you feel ghosts?
You just like know that there's something else
Mhm.
like in the room with
Your
you.
hair stands for no reason.
Like if you go into you've never been in my house, but we call it the stone room. It's our living room. Something's fucking in there.
Does the temperature like drop at all?
It's like freezing in that room for no reason.
Oh, right.
All the time. But like if I'm the last one downstairs at night, like I can like feel it in that room.
And that used to be where your other den used to be before
Yeah.
you read. And I remember sitting in that room with you all the time, and like, you always saying that it was haunted, and I was like, oh, I can see that.
Yeah, like maybe if I had any encounters like that, I'd change my tune. But I've never really like experienced anything
We gotta open your
out
mind.
of the ordinary, really.
Open your third eye.
You gotta open your mind. That's what it is. If you have a closed mind, you won't experience anything.
I mean, I don't think I think I'm pretty open-minded in general. Like,
I mean, she believes in it. She doesn't have
Yeah.
the same thing like
I
me.
just-
Like, I don't really want to have an open mind. I don't want to be scared.
true.
I don't want to see
I
or
am
feel
scared
or
of
hear
everything.
anything. I believe in it, but I don't need to see. Seeing is not believing.
It just has never happened to me. It's not to say that I don't think you or any of you don't believe or that. It's just to me.
Now I
No
will
ghosts are
raise
talking.
the safety bar. And a ghost will follow you
I was like,
home.
what are you going to raise?
Yeah.
I'm always waiting for that too. I'm like, you're gonna raise it when? Like, I feel like it's always like you hear it way before it opens, and I'm like, am I stuck?
Do you have a mini
Every
panic
time.
attack thinking it's not going to open? You're just going to go back on the ride again?
I'm just gonna be stuck on this ride. I'm like, is it because I'm too fat? Like, did I jam the bar?
So the three enter the house and they hear laughter and snickering, which starts to spook them a little bit. So they decide that the best course of action here is to split up.
Which is always the best idea.
To
If you've watched any Scooby-Doo.
to divide, yeah.
Divide and conquer.
Yeah, no backup at all. First up is Mickey, and he's being stalked from behind by a ghost who then takes off his hat and knocks Mickey on the head a couple times, just like knocks on it like that. Mickey tries to shoot the ghost, but the ghost sticks his finger inside the gun and plugs it up, which causes the gun to backfire and explode in Mickey's face. The ghost then runs away, giggling as Mickey chases him. He leads Mickey upstairs and runs through an open...
Giggling, my motherfucking asshole.
Yeah. He leads Mickey upstairs and runs through an open door and closes it behind him. And when Mickey goes to open it, he smacks into it because the door doesn't lead to a room. It's just a
Right.
wall now.
Yeah.
The door is laying on the floor, and it now opens up, and a bunch of ghosts come out from the floor through the door and march their way, taunting Mickey through another door in the room. When Mickey opens that door, a huge wave of water comes out and splashes onto Mickey. It fills up the room with water, and the ghosts come floating by, taunting him again.
Poor Mickey.
So Mickey has no luck. Downstairs with Donald, a ghost scares him by dropping a whole bunch of plates on the ground as they shatter. Donald runs away from the crash, only to then be snuck up from behind by a ghost who whacks Donald on the butt with a wood board.
Butt stuff.
There's your butt
Always
stuff.
butt stuff.
This reminded
Never
me.
fails.
This episode reminded me of the Luigi.
Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it reminds me of. I don't know if you guys have
It
ever
was
played
a
that.
game for GameCube, I think.
And they remade it for the Switch.
Oh, okay.
It's Luigi from Mario and Luigi runs around like a haunted mansion and like sucks up the ghosts in a vacuum, and
Cool.
Really?
yeah,
It's a fun game.
it is a fun game.
Well, when Donald gets hit on the butt with the wood board, he yells, "Who did that? Who did that?" And I think I brought this up before. Like, all the lines in Philhar Magic are just taken from previous shorts. I think this one's in
Oh,
Philhar
okay.
Magic.
Oh, really?
It's when
I'd
Donald...
have to listen next time we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
right?
it's when Donald he throws the conductor stick into the crowd and it
Uh-huh.
boomerangs back and hits him. And
Oh,
all
he's
the
like-
instruments are laughing at him. I think it's from here.
Hmm.
He's angry and he wants to fight the ghost and even successfully punches the ghost a couple times, sending him flying backwards, but he then disappears when he hits the floor, turning into a puddle before fading away. When Donald goes to check, the ghost pops out of the water and sprays him in the face with water. So Donald, again, just keeps getting hit with water and all these
Because
shorts.
he's a duck and it's funny.
And he hates it. He's the only duck that hates water.
Yeah.
Now we go over to Goofy, who is carrying his axe, and a ghost scares Goofy by sneaking up behind him and banging a metal pan like behind his
Yeah.
head. And Goofy gets embarrassed because he's all scared, and he tells the camera, "I ain't afraid of no ghosts."
I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
That's right. The ghost keeps sneaking up behind Goofy, and eventually it hides in like a dresser that's in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in the mirror of the dresser, the ghost is mimicking Goofy, like pretending to be his reflection.
And
like,
he has no fucking clue that it's not him.
he looks at this ghost and he thinks,
Wow, this is what I look like.
"Yeah,
I look
Ghostly.
I look ghostly."
I'm glowing.
Am I that pale?
Yeah. Eventually, he figures it out that it's not his reflection, and he tries to attack the ghost, but he ends up like tangled in the dresser. Like his feet are like in drawers, and he's just locked up in this drawer.
And he
This
yells
dresser.
for help, right?
Yeah, he doesn't yell for help yet. First, he gets stuck in the dresser, and he sees his own butt, but he doesn't know that it's his.
Oh.
He can't figure that out.
So he doesn't recognize his own butt
Or face.
or face.
or face.
Yeah.
Okay.
He can't figure out if it's a ghost or his, so he decides he's going to find out by grabbing a needle.
Maybe Goofy needs some glasses.
Or he needs a better way of figuring out what's his butt, because he grabs a needle and he stabs himself in the butt to see if it would hurt.
Why? The needle. Was he trying to pop it? Pop that ass?
Pop that ass. Yeah, and he screams in pain because he then realizes this is, in fact, his own butt. The ghosts all come together to laugh at Goofy, who's still stuck in the dresser, and he gets sent down the stairs in the dresser, and he crashes into Donald and Mickey. The three go tumbling down the stairs into a giant pile of molasses and flour.
Oh, yeah.
The ghosts come downstairs to see, where they crashed into, And they find the trio covered in molasses and flour, which makes them look like ghosts to the ghosts.
Which apparently is very scary looking.
The ghosts are
Oh.
spooked by the ghosts, I guess because they're...
And then they run away.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Why
is how
were
they...
you scared of?
Like, and where do you go?
I don't know, they run and jump through the window, which, even though they're ghosts, like, crashes and leaves, like, imprints of their body. And they just run off into the distance, into the sunset, and they successfully rid the house of ghosts
Like, what the fuck?
by being ghosts.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Don't they realize that that's not what they look like?
You
I
think
guess they
them
don't know what they look
themselves
like
as
either.
ghosts.
This would be like if another human walked in here and we were all just horrified. Like,
Really?
human
Yeah.
lives here.
I mean,
Not
I would be
another
horrified
human.
because we don't have any other friends.
That's true.
True, we'd be like, you're robbing us.
It's like in that Friends episode when they're all there and someone knocks
Someone
on the
knocks
door, and they're all like,
That's how this short ends. The ghosts are exterminated from the house. Mickey, Donald, and Goofy get the win. And it closes out.
I like that one.
I like that one
liked
too.
it too. I thought it was
It was
a good
cute. Did you guys like it?
I liked it better than some of the other ones.
yeah. Then one before it.
one. The Old Mill.
I liked it.
He growled at
He
that one.
just seemed so offended by that one.
Goodness.
I liked it because it was snowing outside and it was just so cozy in that haunted house.
It was so cozy in the haunted
It was
house.
so cozy in there.
Hillary likes cozy things. Can you tell?
As I'm wrapped in a blanket.
The way to Hillary's heart, cozy.
Cozy.
I do.
Like a hobbit.
Yeah, Hillary would be a perfect hobbit.
Mm.